What if everything you've been told about retirement happiness is wrong? You spend 40 years climbing this mountain, sacrificing, saving, dreaming of the view from the top, that first day of freedom. But what they don't tell you is that the summit can be the loneliest place on earth. If you've ever worried that retirement might be boring or that you'll lose your sense of purpose, you need to see this. This isn't about money. This is about something far more important. Stick with me. Let's make this real. Imagine it's 10:37 a.m. on a random Wednesday, 3 months into your retirement. The initial euphoria has worn off. The golf clubs are gathering dust. You've binge-watched everything. And there's this quiet. A deafening silence where the hustle of your career used to be. That gnawing feeling in your gut isn't hunger. It's the absence of the thing you spent decades building, your identity. For your entire adult life, when someone asked, "What do?" you had an answer. You were a manager, a nurse, a builder. That title was your purpose, your community, your reason to get out of bed. And then one day, you're just you. And that can feel terrifyingly empty. This isn't just a feeling, it's a documented crisis. Research from the Harvard Business School found that for many high achievers, retirement leads to a steep decline in life satisfaction, specifically because they've lost their primary source of status and identity. Source: The Unspoken Crisis of Retirement, Harvard Business Review. This is the hidden danger no one talks about. It's not just a financial cliff, it's an identity cliff. And in that void, things like depression and a profound sense of worthlessness can creep in. The stats back this up. There is a concerning spike in clinical depression among retirees in the first 2 years. Source: National Bureau of Economic Research, Retirement and Mental Health. Now, before you get totally discouraged, here's the twist. This is where we turn the corner. Because the secret, the thing the truly happy retirees have all figured out, isn't about stopping work. It's about redefining it. Stay with me, because this concept will change everything. The happiest people in this chapter aren't the ones on a permanent vacation. They're the ones who have built what I call an identity portfolio. Think of it like your financial portfolio. You'd never be crazy enough to put 100% of your life savings into a single stock, right? That's insane risk. So why on earth would you invest 100% of your identity into a single job? Happy retirees diversify. Their sense of self is made up of multiple, fulfilling assets. Maybe one asset is mentor, another is woodworker, another is grandparent, volunteer, part-time consultant, community gardener. It's a mix of activities that provide social connection, a sense of growth, and that non-negotiable feeling of being needed. Let me give you a real-world example. I met a guy, let's call him Bob. Bob was a stressed-out CFO. He retired, bought the boat, and was absolutely miserable within 6 months. He told me he felt obsolete. Then his grandson asked for help building a treehouse. Bob, who hadn't held a hammer in years, fumbled through it. But in that process, in the sawdust and the simple problem-solving, he felt a spark, a tiny flicker of purpose. He started volunteering with a charity that builds homes. Suddenly, he wasn't the retired CFO anymore. He was Bob, the guy who knows how to read a blueprint and can keep a crew laughing. He found a new way to contribute. He added a vital, new stock to his identity portfolio. This is your path to emotional relief. This is the hope payoff. Retirement isn't the end of your story. It's the start of a new, incredibly exciting chapter where you get to be the author. You get to choose who you want to be. You can finally invest in that hobby you never had time for. You can learn a language, mentor young people in your field, write that book, or get deeply involved in your community. The goal is to move from being a pre-retiree, someone just counting down the days, to a retiree, someone who is getting new tires for the next, most adventurous journey of their life. If this is resonating with you, if this feels like the missing piece, do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button. It truly helps us build a community of people planning for a life they were genuinely excited about. So, what's your first move? It starts today, long before you get the gold watch. Start quietly building your identity portfolio on the side. Take a class on a whim. Dabble in a passion project. Nurture friendships that have nothing to do with work. When you finally walk out of that office for the last time, you won't be leaving everything behind. You'll just be shifting your focus to the other equally important parts of who you are. Your assignment isn't just to save $1 million. Your assignment is to build a life so rich in purpose and connection that you won't even have time to miss your old job. I want to hear from you, so tell me in the comments, what is one thing you are going to add to your identity portfolio? I read every single one. And if you're ready to take the next step, you need to watch our video on the 5 hobbies that can actually make you smarter and happier in retirement. D. We break down the science of how certain activities rewire your brain for happiness. It's the perfect partner to this video. The link is right here. Remember, retirement isn't about stopping. It's about starting over, on your own terms. Now go build a life you don't need a vacation from.